Hi there, college people. It's Judy Vitale from ReadTheStars.com, your astrologer telling you about the week to come, beginning on April the 25th. Oh my gosh, it's time for final exams for a lot of you already, isn't it? Well, you'll be happy to know that Mercury is no longer retrograde, so you'll stop these silly things like, oh gosh, I think I have all my research together, let me go home, and then like, oops, I've got to go back to the library. Oops, I left that in class. Oops, what did it say on that syllabus? Okay. Those things are going to be changing. You'll be a lot easier and a little bit easier to organize, you know, where and you have to be and when and that kind of thing. So that will be a big relief. That's the good news. We're going to have a lot of those moon void of course periods this week. That means for you that you need to be extra careful. If you have to take final exams during the moon void of course, which will take place especially Wednesday afternoon, all day Thursday, and Friday morning, okay? When you put your answers down on that paper, don't jump up and go, oh, look, I'm the first one down in the room. Good for me. I'm smart. No. You sit there and go over it again and again. It's very easy to make mistakes when the moon is void, of course. The moon is going through the sky. It's not making any contacts with the other planets. And so you're just sort of like in a space zone. So you want to be very, very careful about the answers that you put down, especially if they have to do naturally with, you know, computational skills, mathematical theory, all of the great stuff that you're doing there in college at this point in time. So if you're not in finals yet, you might be really relieved after you hear something like that. But remember that it isn't that you can't do something just because the planets are doing something or not. It's that you need to know so that you know how to compensate for it. So as long as you can compensate, you're in good shape. Don't worry about it. Now, the weekend is going to be kind of interesting too, because Saturday and Sunday, the moon is going to be in Aries with all those crazy planets up there, Mars and Jupiter and Venus and Uranus, and it's a really great time for those end-of-the-year gatherings where everybody's kind of, you know, recapping everything they've done, not only this past semester, but the whole school year, because, you know, sadly, it's almost time for another year to come to an end. And I know everybody thinks, I hate school, but in your heart, you know you like it. You know you love it, in fact. And, you know, as someone who's been to college and then had to go out and do the work thing, believe me, I wish I could be back in college sometimes, but, you know, that can't be that way. But, you know, my recommendation for you also on Sunday is be very careful if you decide to make any purchases or any big decisions, say like about what you're going to do for the summer. If you have any interviews for summer jobs, try to avoid those void of course moon times, which again are going to be Wednesday afternoon, all day Thursday, Friday afternoon, and Sunday afternoon. So try to work it around there. I know it isn't easy, and if you find it a little bit hard to follow by just listening to this video, read your daily horoscope here on ReadTheStars.com, and I'll have the exact times for you when the void of course moon will be taking place. Outside of that, it's going to be a much easier week without Mercury retrograde. So go out there, enjoy it. There are no other major big changes happening. We're just getting used to what we've had during the month of March. So that's really cool. And if you have any questions pertaining to this or anything about astrology, just email me at Judy, Judi, at ReadTheStars.com.